Your toxic work environment isn't just stressful, it's costing you your well-being and your productivity. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take control of your work environment and deal with the most difficult of colleagues. Toxic work environments are a growing issue. Studies show that nearly 75% of employees have encountered workplace bullying or toxic behavior at some point in their careers. Unwanted behaviors like manipulation, constant negativity, or undermining colleagues can lead to significant stress, burnout, and a decrease in your overall work performance. In fact, according to a report by the Harvard Business Review, toxic employees can drive up turnover rates by 54%, costing companies millions in lost productivity. We've all experienced the toll that toxic colleagues can take on our well-being, our productivity, and our overall job satisfaction. Whether it's gossip, passive-aggressive comments, or direct sabotage, and that happens, the impacts are real. But the good news is there are ways to manage these situations. Today, I'm going to share 5 proven strategies to help you navigate toxic work environments and manage the most difficult of colleagues. Each strategy includes an example scenario and clear steps of how to apply it, so you can start making changes immediately. Strategy number 1, set clear boundaries. Easy to say, not always easy to do, and certainly not easy to do consistently. Imagine you're working at your desk on a critical project with a looming deadline, and a colleague repeatedly interrupts you. It might be gossip, or asking you unending questions, or maybe trying to unload tasks that they don't want to do. This behavior derails your focus and adds stress to your workload. Here's how to apply boundaries to the situation. First, identify the specific behavior that's causing stress. In this case, it's the constant interruptions. Next, politely but firmly communicate your boundary. In this instance, you might want to say something like, "I'm really focused on a project right now and I need to stay on track, but I can help you find another solution for your issue later." Finally, be consistent in maintaining these boundaries. The key is to protect your time without feeling guilty about saying no. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, you can manage the disruptions, protect your time, and reduce the impact that a toxic colleague might have on your workday. Strategy 2, focus on your response, not on their behavior. Picture this. You're at a meeting and one of your colleagues makes a snide remark about your contributions in front of the whole team. Your immediate instinct might be to snap back or feel embarrassed, but reacting emotionally could make the situation worse. Here's how to handle it. First, pause before responding. In fact, that's great business advice in many unknown situations. Just take a pause. In this case, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to process that comment. Next, respond with neutral, professional language. Instead of snapping back, say something like, "Thanks for the feedback. I'll consider it as we move forward." And shift the focus back to the topic of the meeting. Finally, avoid engaging further in the negativity. Toxic people often try to provoke a reaction, so don't give them the satisfaction. By controlling your response instead of reacting emotionally, you maintain your professionalism and you keep the focus on the work rather than the toxic behavior. Strategy 3, build a support network. Here's a common scenario. You're working in a department where one colleague consistently undermines your ideas and spreads negativity. Over time, this makes you feel isolated and unsure of your value. The solution? Building a strong support network. First, identify positive colleagues or mentors that you trust, either inside or outside of your department. Next, reach out to them for regular check-ins, even if it's just for a casual coffee or lunch meeting, someplace where you can share advice and encouragement. And third, if your internal support network feels limited, seek out professional groups or LinkedIn communities where you can engage with like-minded individuals for broader support. Having a strong support network makes you feel less isolated and gives you a safe space to process the challenges of working in a toxic environment. Strategy 4, practice self-care. Again, easy to talk about, sometimes hard to implement. Imagine this. Every day you leave work feeling mentally and emotionally drained because of the toxic energy around you. Over time, the burnout starts affecting your overall well-being and you're losing motivation. Here's how to practice self-care and counteract this. First, start by scheduling regular breaks throughout your workday. Even if it's for a 5-minute walk outside or a moment of deep breathing, you can reset your energy. Next, prioritize activities outside of work that recharge you, whether it's exercise, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. Make time for these activities regularly. Finally, set clear boundaries between work and personal life. Avoid checking work emails late in the afternoon or stressing out about tasks after hours. Allow yourself to fully disconnect and recharge when you have some time off. When you practice self-care, you build resilience and mental strength, and it makes it easier to handle the toxic dynamics you might face at work. Strategy number 5, know when to escalate. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, the toxic behavior escalates beyond what you can manage on your own. Imagine you've documented repeated incidents of bullying or harassment, but the situation continues to affect your work and your well-being. Here's how to escalate the issue appropriately. First, document specific incidents, including dates, behaviors, and how they've impacted your work. This documentation will provide a clear record if formal action is needed. Next, schedule a meeting with an HR rep or a trusted supervisor to discuss the situation professionally and provide your documentation. Finally, be prepared to propose solutions or next steps. For example, you might want to suggest mediation or maybe a formal review of the behavior in question. Knowing when to escalate an issue to HR or management is key to resolving severe issues of toxicity, ensuring that you get the support you need while maintaining professionalism. By applying these strategies, setting boundaries, controlling your responses, building a support network, practicing self-care, and knowing when to escalate, you can not only survive a toxic work environment, but actually rise above it. These are practical, research-backed steps that will empower you to regain control and protect your well-being and thrive despite the challenges around you. Remember, navigating difficult situations doesn't make you weaker. It makes you stronger and more resilient. As you move forward, keep this quote from Albert Einstein in mind. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Remember, every challenge is a chance to grow, and every setback can lead to something better if you embrace it with the right mindset. And always remember, you've got this.